Well, welcome everybody. Today's Chance's Chat with me, Docg. I'm the producer. Chance McFadden is here. Superman, we call him. Debbie Stevens and Fascinating Brian and whoever else wants to join us in this great show. Welcome to Chance's Chat. May be for entertainment purposes, but also may not be. Welcome, Chance. Take your thing off.
You're muted.
I got him. You got to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Chance.
You're unmuted.
No, let him keep going. If he wants to mime, he'll figure it out. So
you have to unmute yourself. This is funny.
Unmute yourself.
There you go.
Nice job.
Hey! I was sound asleep. I was sawing logs a half hour ago. So, oh gosh, enough of that. Thank you. Okay, welcome to the Mime Show.
That's what we thought we were watching.
Oh my!
If you can read lips, then you're doing really good.
Oh my!
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to tell you a product of the day. This is not a product that I'm not endorsing it, but it works. It's CBD treats for dogs, and it quiets them down, it calms their energy. It works. Okay.
Yep,
so I'm real happy. I'm real happy about that, guys. We've got some interesting stuff and some ideas and theories and stuff we're going to throw out at you tonight. But what we were talking about before we came on, hi, Julie. What we were talking about before we came on was how exhausted, and everybody is to the breaking point. I'm to the breaking point. Peaceful mind, Joyce. Thank you for coming by. Look at this. When somebody else is talking, I'm going to be munching on that. Real good for me, isn't it?
I think I just got through saying something about the
food we eat. Well, it's a cherry pie from Aldi's, and here I am. Man, I should be getting paid for these people for endorsing them.
Yes, you should.
But anyway, hi, Christy. Guys, we're at the breaking point. All of us. We're just talking about it. Hi, Tara. And I know you guys are too. Maria and I talk about every day or every other day. And everybody's to the breaking point. The other Maria that's in Washington, wonderful lady. They're all wonderful. All the people that listen to the show and follow us and email us, they're all wonderful people. And we thank you for showing up. But we're all to the breaking point. But I got some interesting stuff that was presented to William Mount by Kent Dunn. So I don't know. Kent's always welcome here. We'd always be happy to see him. But I guess he's just really, really busy. He didn't even appear on William Mount's show. He just gave him a 2.5 hour, session with William. Hi, Mary. And gave him a whole bunch of information. This is the information that was passed from Kent to William Mount. If conditions fall properly, and I'm hearing this too, okay? I just haven't said anything about it, but if conditions fall properly if the parameters all fall in line and we have Jenga or whatever you want to call
Stars
it.
align, yes.
Yeah, everything stars align. Then Trump could be back in 4 or 5 days. And this is according to Kent. And what's funny is with all the other information that I'm actually getting, it could happen. All we need is one particular Supreme Court justice to say it's overturned. The entire Biden administration's fired, and Trump's put in, and then we get busy and we start rocking and rolling. Now, what do I think is going to happen? I pray that it's going to happen. I'll say a silent prayer right now. But the way we had the can kicked down the road, the way the carrot is on a string and it's just keep pulling away from us, we get almost there and Okay, now, Brian and I had an interesting conversation the other day about Wolverine. And he says, I told Brian that I heard Wolverine had stopped the RV because he had went on a treasury call that I was actually on. I was on this treasury call. I heard it live. When I'm told before the call, the host of the call says to me, Mr. McFadden, everything on this meeting that you're hearing tonight, you will not be allowed to speak, but everything is guarded information. That means you cannot repeat it on your show. You cannot repeat it on Facebook or anything like that. It's guarded. Okay, that's the term they're using. Carrie Cassidy just reported that on Patriot Underground today. I want to hear more about that, Bernadette, because I don't follow anybody. Kent Dunn and I are the main source of information for each other, but Kent has other sources of information that are very good. But anyway, Trump could come back in 5 days. I'm hearing similar things because all we need is one Supreme Court justice to do this. All they have to do is bring up that shadow ruling, make it public, bam, it's over. And I don't see any reason why they're not. I mean, of course, everything's outside of my pay grade because I'm a low man on the totem pole. But Wolverine copied part of that Treasury meeting, and he put it out on a Sunday night YouTube show, and he got everybody all worked up that the recreational vehicle event was going to show up on the Forex, and then it was going to automatically kick in. Okay, and that was supposed to happen Monday or Tuesday, and it was. And that was the information that I heard on that call. But I couldn't say anything about it. I couldn't talk about it. But he recorded it, he put it out there, and I'll make you write down.
What?
And from my source says, well, Wolverine recorded the call without us knowing it, and we stopped everything because of that. And it was according to my source, it was for no other reason than the safety of the people, because they are going to try targeting some of the people. So the factions of the cable guys. And fascinating, Brian and I were talking about this. He says, well, it's too serious of an event for one guy to mess it up. And I could see that, but I can see it either way. And if somebody else is hearing this, then I'd sure like to hear their opinion on that. And if somebody wants to call in, we actually have a call-in number, don't we, Gino?
Yes, let me get that set up again. Yeah, no problem. Go ahead.
We want you to call in, ask questions, give us your information. we're not the big genius know-it-alls that everybody wants us to be. We just like sharing information and sharing with guys intel with you. Everything is speculative. There's nothing written in stone except the 10 Commandments.
Well, even
But
then, I consider that an opinion. The 10 Commandments. I said, even
You
the 10
consider
Commandments,
that an opinion?
I consider that an opinion until I physically see who wrote them. If I can go back in time, see who wrote them, then I could nod my head correctly. But until
I love that. Thank you, Debbie.
hat,
Oh, yeah.
I said I was going to do it.
We all should have done it. We all should have done it, you know?
I'll wear one.
I just said, tonight's it. I got to do it. You know, I've had enough. That's all.
Might as well go all the way.
even
For
better.
those of you that are listening and not visualizing what's going on here, Gene just put a V mask on, and Debbie's wearing a tinfoil hat.
Yep.
So
I had to do it. Chance, what do you got? Brian,
Oh,
what do you got? Come on now.
I got this hat.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. Hey, we got to do something to get, make this, got to make it happy,
So-
oh my God.
So what I would like to know is, Brian, what's your take on how Wolverine could not have stopped the RV? What's your take on that?
So the reason why I don't see, so as an individual who's always inside looking outside and seeing how the wheels and how the gears turn, especially through remote viewing, it's scripted. Okay? And the reason why I say there's this formula, there's this script, because again, it's all hiding, and none of it or whatever is real. It's only what you're allowed to kind of see or be privy to. And you kind of have to put yourself, if you're a gray walker, or put yourself into the people, I'll just call them people in charge of the game board, because really that's what they are. It's hard to imagine inside looking out unless you literally can see yourself as an interdimensional / multidimensional being. The reason is it's a combination of things. It is a singular internal warfare for the individual. It is also a spiritual warfare from a very metaphysical but also physical point of view, with things you can't see and things you can see, and the gathering of energies and how realms, realities overlap and really do affect each other in their own physicality. The reason why this formula exists is to push and give you a more expansive, broader view of how the limitations, there's really no limitations as to what you can do, what you can construct, what you can conceive within any realm, especially if you were in charge of, supposedly, I'm going to use this quotations loosely, guiding a school of Lyrians, humans, which is all of us, or a lot of people pretending to be humans. And because they've been planning this all this time, and they've been going off of a very illusionary, and I can say illusionary because they're using a Q clock, right? So you have light and dark. They're both using their own versions of their own time-stamped clock, time projections. So that should give the human an indication that there is no such thing as linear time. There isn't. There's no straight line. There's no string theory. It's all illusionary, and it all is playing out simultaneously with one singular point of view or a multiple collective point of view. In the end, even though it is a collective point of view, it is still singular because all of us don't agree. We can agree on the idea of a republic, but we don't know what that means to each of us, all of us together. So it's the same with the debt clock. It's illusionary. And when you see some like information on Chance's Telegram saying, oh, the debt's paid. Okay, congratulations. So show us the timestamp that isn't an illusion that says the debt in 2016, the $22 trillion, has been paid. So, but well, okay. So then Wolverine would not be allowed. But if Wolverine, so let's take a step back. Let's assume Wolverine was on the calls several times, right? Let's think for a moment. Why now? If we're so close to a paradigm shift, to a new reality, why do it now? It doesn't make sense. Just like everyone else looking at the projections of the Iowa caucus, and when I heard and looked at it, I just kind of cringed because I was like, oh, great. So every county, one vote off. That's not in your face and telling. Rigged, right? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then one county just out of the blue, totally different. And you're like, huh, okay. It's just how much are you willing to take from a spiritual perspective in this illusion? How much do you want? Do you want to keep focusing on all the baloney and BS-ness, or are you going to kind of take charge and shape the next journey right now, right? So we all kind of have to make a choice. And believe it or not, you may not believe this, there are tons of beings paying attention to the humans. They can see the energies, they can see the portals. There are wars, there are battles. You would be surprised as to what you could not, in an unbelievable sense, if you can just remove a couple of layers of the veil, you would probably want to hide under your bed because of the energy and the dynamics generated from your neighboring realms, from just our shindig. Because humans just don't really understand. They don't understand how limitless and creative the source, your creator, is in making things work. Other than that, yeah, it's to the point where we kind of all just have to observe and pay attention and just call BS. I call BS on everything until I start seeing physical dynamic changes. Then that's where we're at. So let's see. Robin Hansen, Nikki Haley staffer got caught bribing Trumpers to switch votes for 1K gift cards, and 50 votes were stolen from Trump, caught on a screenshot. But you know what? At the same time, remember what I said. It's all a psyops. Everything is. So they're gonna catch stupid people because stupid does what's stupid, right? That's their world. They don't know that they're in a world where everything is treason now. Holy cow! When they find out, by the way, sir, ma'am, you may haven't been paying attention, but we've been under martial law. I'm sorry. I guess you're just going to have to go to the next game board, depending on the severity. So this is an exit from a high from more of a quantum dimensional chess board of gameplay. Lots of exits, no excuses, no redos. And if any of these politicians or these, yahoos listening on and they're thinking, oh yeah, we're going to switch over, go Trump or go whoever's going to be in charge. Yeah, we're all about the light. So sorry. I'm very, very sorry. Your expectations, you don't get to pass go. You don't get to collect the next reality. You get your exit when your exit is due. So there's too much change, and everyone's already had their chances.
Well,
Yes.
you do realize that they were counting the ballots out of popcorn containers. It said popcorn. And the other thing is Nikki Haley, if people don't realize, they don't go in and investigate to find out her parents were both from India.
True.
Right there, hello, changed her name. There's just different things that is happening that people don't realize. They need to. They're put in there for a reason, and she couldn't be president. No way.
Well, here's the other thing, Debbie. You're dead on right, and so's Brian. Actually, I love the different perspective Brian gives to it. But you're dead on right because Nikki Haley. Okay, if she had a theme song, it would be Aerosmith's "Dude Looks Like a Lady."
You're right.
Okay, have you seen the hands on that woman or man?
Yeah.
Have you seen the? If it has an apple and it has a banana, it's a dude.
Yeah. I think that's probably going to be the mind.
That's like Brian just said. It's like Brian just said. Everything's a psyop.
Yep.
Everything's a psyop.
And nobody gets it.
But I'll tell you what we do like. Okay, us Terrans, us real humans, us purebloods that don't have the jab dabba-doo, is we're getting to that. We're getting to that. We are loving soap operas. Okay, we don't have them anymore. They took them off the air. So we're gonna have one on the internet, and we're gonna have this show over here and that show over there, and this show here and that show there, and everywhere a show. And what are we going to do? We're going to follow the entertainment. Oh, did you see somebody's thingy doodle was hanging on the left side instead of the right side? We finally said thingy doodle on the show, Becky. My son's all.
Oh, Lord, help me.
I'm always saying to my son, if I can't think, you know how us old people are, okay. We're looking for a word and we can't find it right away. Okay, it takes us 3 or 4 seconds. So we don't act stupid. We fill it in with something else like doodly doo. Okay, where's that doodly doo thing? You know what I'm talking about.
Well, just think of all the commercials that Serena Williams is doing. I just want to get up and just I get up, I walk away, I turn, because people just don't get it. And when they do realize this, they're going to flip. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
You guys, I got to share something with you. When I was working for the New Jersey State Police, a person walked in and they said just what you said, Chance. They said that the thingamabob was next to the whatchamacallit, but I didn't know what's next to the who's a what's. I had no idea what they were talking about. And that's kind of like what we're seeing here. We're seeing the same thing. You see it, but you don't know what to believe. You don't know what to think, and and nobody knows what to call it. And it's just crazy. We can't be the only ones that see this. We can't.
Oh,
But you'd be
Lord.
surprised because, like, so many have tunnel vision. It's the weirdest thing. It makes you wonder if there's like a field or a perception dampener. Like, oh, gee, that's just the natural crease of the skirt in the inner thigh, and it just happens to look like the shape of that. So they'll find an excuse. And then you're like, nope, that's a diddly doodad.
Yeah,
right?
Flipper. Flipper.
And then, yeah.
I know, 'cause I got one. Okay, I seen it. I know.
So
Yeah, really.
God.
that's
Just the way
that's how
but
it works. It really is. It's just the perception of the individual. You're never gonna have an agreement until you're both literally, almost like nearly crotch sniff, and then they may get it. But
I hope it doesn't get down to that. Oh my God.
But
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
they'll be like, oh yeah, okay, never mind. I gotta step back.
I think guys are really they don't want to date anymore because they're scary. Can you imagine? Oh yeah, I don't think so. My brother said, "What are you supposed to do? Go up there and say, 'Hey, how are you?'"
The funny thing is, anybody that's with somebody and you know who that person is, and that person is a nice person, stay with that person because at least you know what they are. I mean, really, it's getting. I mean, I told my two daughters the same thing. Please stay with your boyfriends as long as they don't beat you or hurt you, and you've got money. Stay with them because you don't know what you're going to get out there.
Well, the hard part is,
it's scary.
And Chance and I have talked about this for a very long time. When you've got spouses that are half asleep and you just want to beat your head upside the wall. Doing, doing, doing.
Chance, you want to read that for our people over the radio?
Yeah, my level is 5D. 2017. That is why Trump said fake news, meaning stop it in all the social media apps out of goal. WTG. Docg. I feel even from whoever is Trump, or whether he's real or not or fictitious, there's a lot of wisdom, even though you see this very sarcastic, plain, blunt business tycoon. And, it's interesting because it makes me wonder if we can kind of go back in time where we were set up to kind of like it. And I think there is some truth to this, where he had his TV show because it was a psyops, right?
Oh,
yeah. So it was almost a preparation to break the form. Oh, I got tons of goosebumps from that. So it's preparation to break the format setting of how you, the humans, view presidency, how you're supposed to look at the individual. Are they supposed to be a person that spouts pretty words with broken promises, where they just literally are like the piper, leading a bunch of children into their mountain, the cave, whatever, to do sinister things and perform? And I think that's a part of it. So they give you this hard, very, he seems untrustworthy, but no, he's just straightforward. He's plain. He's not vicious. He's just standardized businessman. And he says, nope, you got to do it my way. Not going to happen. I'm sorry. Let's lower the taxes. No. Let's keep lowering the taxes. Let's keep doing this. Let's keep doing that. So that broke the matrix. That's what happened. So if you could just analyze that little bit of information going back, and then you'd be like, wow, so we have been, so then you can really appreciate the school that you're in. because what you're finding out is that authenticity and transparency is more important than just being something for someone else or everyone else, where you just have to, be like. So I just want to throw that out there. But yeah,
Well,
I never
what do you-
realized that.
So, what do you think about the book that Kash Patel wrote about Trump, and he called him the king? Did you know that?
Well, yeah, he's he if you look at Trump, how he signs his name, it even looks like a crown. If you look at that, the
So,
way he signs it. Go look at Donald Trump's signature and tell me it doesn't look like a crown. Okay, and maybe we need a king, maybe we don't. I thought we had a king already, and I thought his name was Jesus Christ, but and actually, Brian's pretty much hit it on the head. He's just everything's a psyop. I mean, it really is. But I've got a link over here in the corner in the chat over here. Do you see that, Doc? Do you see that TikTok link?
Yeah, I put that up. I'll put it up again.
I want you to put that up and play it for everybody so everybody can see this, and then I'm going to explain it to everybody, okay? This is a very important TikTok video that came out today, and it's not what you think it is, but I will explain it to you after you watch the video.
Let's see if we can do that. Hold on. Give me 1 second. My TikTok is up. Hold on.
Yep, no problem.
Sure is. It's getting warmer here every day. We're getting 20 degrees, 20, 30 degrees during the day.
Hold on. Let's see if this works. Hold on.
Did
Hope this works. Let's hope this works, guys. Hold on. Let's see if this works. Let me know if you could see this. There's the stage. Here we go.
There
All
we
right.
go.
All right, let's see if we can play it. What's this music playing?
Yeah.
Can you hear the music?
Yep.
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 Nick.
Wow.
So this also brings another interesting question. So remember that video where all the veterans were, it seemed like they were doing the national anthem? And also to answer, I'll answer the prediction of the Simpson, the Facebook
Okay.
user in a second. So it makes me wonder if possibility behind the scenes, of course, I'm not going to get any verifiability, that maybe they are marshals or been deputized to kind of like help go round up your civilian structure, like the courts, and because they're incognito, if you know what I mean. Because it's just weird. And again, this is optics. If you're seeing 500 or I don't know, 1,000 people, and they're all service members wearing jackets of unified, almost like a uniform practically, it kind of there has to be something more to it. And the question to the Simpsons predictions, remember, because of everything's interchangeable, like from a psyops, we remember early on throughout the Simpson history, the Cabal was in charge, right? So just same with South Park, same with, Futurama, all the shows. Then they got hijacked, taken over by the other side. So of course you're going to see two depicting realities. Possibly, actually, it's a lot more than you would think. It's you can't just say two. It's whatever ideas that supersede and anchor in, depending on the how the game plays out. So, and a perfect example is maybe that was of the what was that? The mall with the Project Bluebeam. Maybe that was it. Maybe that was the mini Bluebeam, and that was the best they could do. I mean, that's just instead of a large ET scale, they could only be like, crap, we don't have the budget for this. Can we just do like a giant balloon alien and a smaller one, and we'll go to a mall? Yeah, and that's the best we can do. And then we'll have all the cops just be there because maybe there's a donut shop there. We don't know. So, yeah. Sorry.
Oh my.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to give that analogy as if cops eat, love donuts. And
Mute. He's muted again.
You're muted, Chance.
You're muted.
I can't unmute him.
I'm sorry. I didn't want my dogs to make any noise. I'm sorry. That's good. That's a good observation about the donuts. And I was saying maybe in the future we can all go together and have a donut shop, and then we'll be able to make some Okay. Let me give you my perspective on that video. Okay.
Wow.
The guy that made it, if you look in the corner before it starts, it'll show his profile picture. I did a search on him. I had his name and I can't remember it. But anyway, look, do your research on the video. I got the link up in the corner here and in the chat. So do your research on the video. But this man took it upon himself. We assume that he took it upon himself. He could have been under orders. But he wrote this document, which is not illegal. It's actually a legal and a lawful document, because whether the cabal wants to wipe their rear end on the Constitution or not means nothing to me, because I believe in the Constitution. But according to legalities and legal and lawful, he's giving a notice that if you continue your business at these courthouses with the flags, that you are committing treason against the living flag of the true United States. Okay? You're committing treason. He's putting them up there. He says cease and desist unless you remove the flags. Basically, I'm loving this. Okay. Now, as far as any particular organization is behind it remains to be seen. But I think it's either a white hat operation. One guy decided to take the mantle and say, let's just do this. Let's start getting these dirty traitors. Let's just start telling them, quit using our flag. Your court has nothing to do with our flag. Do you know how these maritime admiralty courts, do you know how they operate, what license they operate under? I'll tell you. Dun & Bradstreet has them listed as a gambling institution. Now, is that blowing your mind or what? Because it's a gamble whether you're going to have any justice there or not. Kim Grogan, real police chief, said hundreds of civilians have been deputized. Yeah, but we've known that for a while, and I'm going to tell you the same thing. I love you, Bernadette, and I appreciate the information. There have been citizens deputized. That's been going on for a while, but I would recommend that you stop. I shouldn't say that. I recommend that Kim Grogan is a questionable person to be listening to. That's what I want to say. She's very, very questionable. Okay. I don't listen to her. I don't really follow anybody. I sometimes I listen to Phil G just to see if he still has his same formula. Here's Phil's formula. I've got 5 minutes of intel, so I'm gonna weave and knit and dodge and bobble and dance and use creative words to stretch this out for 2 hours. Okay. And I'm saying it's right, Brian. You know that. He just, it's drama. I got 24 million people following me. It's drama. And I think there should be unity among truthers, but we got truthers and then we got truthers. You know what I mean? So it's up to you to use your own discernment. And so what I suggest is you take that video and you study it, because there's more to learn. There's more to know about this document that this fella is putting on these courthouses. It could be a indication of immediate action against the Admiralty Court. Okay? It could be a premonition. I'm not sure what it is, but there's a message there, and everybody needs to figure it out for themselves and not look to me or Brian or Debbie or Doc for the answers, okay? Because everybody's got an opinion, and you're going to have to use your own discernment. So there's that. Now, recreational vehicle news. This is why Kent saying Trump could come back in 5 days. This is why Michael Jocko has, is it Jaco? Jocko? Debbie?
Jaco.
Jaco. Okay, it's Michael Jaco. This is why he has seemed to switch sides. And I said seem to because I don't know. So I don't want to create any liable here. So I'm gonna say indecisive things. But I'm not getting the warm and fuzzy from him that I used to get a year and a half ago. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm using my discernment. Okay, so I really don't follow anybody. I'll get some information from one of my sources, and then I'll snoop around the internet and see if anybody else has got anything in that direction, and then I will, if I need to, I'll call General Steve and get what kind of verification. Now, this is going to be hard what I'm getting ready to do next. Rob Potter is with her. Okay. Jaco. Right. Thank you, Christy Sue. This next part, and I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of opinion back from everybody, including Fascinating Brian. But this is an observation that I made. Okay. I haven't talked to you about this yet, Brian. But I did. That's why I asked you if you watched my live at 5 on Tuesday, because I threw it all out there. Okay, I just threw it all out there, and you just figured it out, or you just think I'm a nut job, or whatever. Okay, I'm good with either way. Chance is nuts. Don't pay any attention. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't care. I love you guys no matter what. Whether you like me or not, I love you anyway. But listen. Think about this for just a minute, okay? Now, Kent Dunn has done a wonderful job of explaining to you all, and the history of the reptilians is evident, okay? To say that there are no reptilians is fantasy, okay? For those that are completely awakened, we know they are real. And we know that the Vril they've showed us through Star Trek that they can take their little worm and they can go inside your brain and wrap around your optic nerve, and they can do all that. And so they can take control of you a couple different ways. Reptilians are real, whether you want to believe it or not, okay? But because of the media, they've been reduced in importance down to the effectiveness of a cartoon character, where you're watching Simpsons and somebody pretends to, takes off their mask and they see a reptile in it. That's been reduced to a cartoon character, but they're real. Okay. Now think about this, because I was having a very bad day at home, and I hate snow. I hate this weather. I was hoping this would be the last winter I'd ever spend in Iowa, because we got 12-foot piles of snow, from the highways being cleared and everything. I was sitting there thinking about the winter, and remembering that reptiles, they go inert in cold weather. Okay, so that got me on a line of thought, thinking, And then I started thinking back to when all these illegal aliens started coming in. And there's supposed to have been millions of them. But all we're seeing on videos and the news and everything is maybe 100,000 tops, maybe 200,000 that are scattered out through the sanctuary cities. I don't judge anyone at all. Facebook user says loud free speech. I know that, but I rebuke Satan, and there you go. I do too. And all media is fake and a huge distraction for sure. Thank you, Facebook user. But what we got is a bunch of people that are missing, because there isn't millions of people. There's not. They're showing what's sanctuary cities, Detroit and Washington State and Chicago, and wherever they're having these sanctuary cities in California and stuff like that. Okay, but listen, why is it they never had to get the jabba dabba doo? Well, there you go. The reptiles didn't want their food tainted. Are you following me? This is my opinion and my opinion only. I have no documentation to, but except for, okay, imagine this. Imagine this. What was the movie, the Jim Carrey movie, Brian, that we always refer back to? Truman Show. Right. Okay. Truman thinks this is his life. He thinks this is his world. But actually, the producers and the directors are all working inside of this giant dome, and they're making his reality. Okay? So, who's to say what we are experiencing with Trump isn't also a reality that's being manufactured just specifically for us? Okay? Who's to say that's not another reality that's being made for us? Because, I mean, I don't care if they're human. I'm absolutely appalled, disgusted, and ready to kill every reptile on the planet. If they're eating children and people that are coming over, now the bad guys, I ain't got no sympathy for them. You know, the terrorists and the drug dealers, but no human being should suffer a fate like this. Nobody should suffer a fate like this. And if you don't believe me, that's fine. You say I'm a nutcase, I'm fine. But we don't see that other reality. We don't see it because we are being in this reality. But there might be another reality outside of that. Remember the end of Men in Black 1? Do you remember the end of Men in Black 1, Brian?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and how they backed up on the planet Earth, and there was a backup, and they kept backing up, and they kept backing up, and they kept backing up, and they went into outer space, and they kept backing up, and they found out that Earth was nothing but a marble for an alien child to be playing with. And then it was time for him to come in, and they put his marbles in the sack, and there we go. Who's to say that we aren't living in a reality similar, a manufactured reality? Now, I want to hear Brian's opinion, because now he's probably going to say, chance your nuts.
No, because you know me, creation is limitless, right? Okay, let me give you an example. My world, and I probably said this once before on the show, so I am not from this universe. My universe that I'm from only consists of one galaxy. That's it. One galaxy. It is a prime universe, meaning it is a template, a foundation for galaxies. Now, what does that mean? It means that it could be nearly equivalent to the size of this universe. However, the galaxy and the planets would mean they are astronomical in size, which means we would be like tiny atoms, which also means we need multiple suns, we need multiple moons, which we do have. It is enclosed. It is an enclosed space. It is graduated. It is simultaneously existing at all levels because it is a prime universe. So it's the individuals or the people, and I'm referring the planets as people. They're ascended masters. They can be at all levels, and they're perfect. They're perfectly content and happy with that. That will give you an idea. And yeah, it sounds fancy, fanciful. It sounds like, holy cow, like what? Separation of 3D and 4D? No, there is and there is not. So think of it from a mathematical equation. If you want a dynamic situation in certain landscapes, you will have them kind of like do this. So there will be breakaways in linear time. So let's give an example where Irish people from Ireland keep seeing the fae, the fairy folk, trolls, goblins, elves. How do you think they interact with them when they walk in the forest? It's quite simple, because this is the energy that's doing it. And once they hit that sweet spot, they turn their head and go, oh shit, that's not part of my reality, but yet it's physically there, because the landscape threads perfectly. It's like tying a shoelace. So you have layers that can interact and sync properly for a time, or they can be permanent. So he's not wrong, but at the same time, I would disagree from a mammal perspective. We're mammals. Reptilians are mammals. They eat us. Fine. We eat reptilians too. We eat cattle. You can't. There is a cycle to creation. There is a cycle to life. The only reason why we feel from the human perspective is because we are human. We are empathetic. We have empathy toward our race. We would never think to eat our race. They do not. There's a difference. They are a matriarch structure with a slave structure. They will cannibalize themselves because they are a lower fourth dimensional format. They will do all the things that do not pertain to what it means to represent source. They don't have a full, I'm not saying all reptilians, because I do interact with benevolent reptilians, and they're dragons or they're other beings. And there are some that look like reptilians, but they're not reptilians. Just like I look reptilian to a degree, but I'm not reptilian. I share certain biology, symbology, and ideas, but it's just an idea. Again, creation is quite limitless. But I do agree with all this weather, the cold and everything. If you want to tactically close in on them, because they do have ships that can lock in on their frequency, they can pick them out among the public, and you want to put them in a deep sleep, and that's how they're going to do it. So rain, super cold rain, snow, that's best way to do it. You put them in a coma, and then you can remove them that way.
And I think that's what's happening. Guys, we've come to the part of the show where I have to pay the bills, okay? This is a product that I endorse, and I use it every day, and so does my son, okay? It's Immusist Advance. The link's over in the chat. ImmusistAdvance.com. This is a refractorant that it's a sulfactorant. I do this every time. It's the surfactant wellness. Okay, if you get brain fog, take some of this in the morning. It's great. I put it in with my iced tea every day. 10 drops in the morning, 10 drops at night. And if you use Advance with Chance on the checkout discount code, then you will get $5 off per bottle. Not your order, but per bottle. So if you order 3 bottles, like I get every month, then you'll get $5 off with Advance with Chance. This product has been endorsed by William Mount and Kent Dunn and just dozens of other people. It is a popular, very popular, effective necessity to your diet, and I highly recommend it, and you will see the change if you stay with it. Okay, it's not going to hit you all at once, but if you're it's very important for your gut health. Now, the other thing is you always hear us talking about APLGo.com. Okay. This is our APLGo.com representative, Debbie Stevens. Her contact information is right over on the chat. It's Beamer Stevens, BeemerStepens at me.com. Get a hold of her to get your APL Go products. Now, we have Debbie and I are working on our own exclusive websites. What will be coming within a week, because Docg is selling these fantastic websites. I got to endorse everybody. I mean, we got a lot of things going on here, so you got to work with me. Work with me, okay? Okay. What's coming soon is Debbie wants to put out a superior website for APL Go products, and I had some right here. Here it is. This is what I was living on until yesterday. Okay. That's the stop pain. Okay. I had to take 3 of them because I had so much and intense hip pain. But now I've leveled off on it because I went to the chiropractor. He fixed me. But this stuff is amazing. You start to get a headache or something, you're better off just to pop one of those in your mouth and then notice that it's not there anymore. The headache isn't there anymore. Because I'm going to tell you something. This APL Go stuff, it works. Okay? So Debbie is going to put up a better website. My site, chancemcfadden.com. I already have the domain name. It will have links to everybody else's products. It will have all kinds of information, and we will be having all of our shows that we've done with Hamilton Radio hosted on my page. So my website, it'll be chancemcfadden.com. Debbie, do you know the domain name of what you're getting ready to send up?
No,
you haven't got your domain yet?
No, I haven't got it yet. No.
We're working on
it, man.
Well, I had a relapse yesterday, Doc, so I didn't get with you. And today,
okay.
I actually got caught up. So tomorrow, I'm calling GoDaddy to find out the information I need. And Doc and I should have chancemcfadden.com, our first actual website with Hamilton Radio 1. The first actual website should be up within 2 to 3 days. So I should have my own TikTok shop. It will sell fast. Really? I didn't know you could have a TikTok shop.
I had one, but they don't let me sell anything on it. So it's not like, why should I have one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess I should, because, I mean, I never planned to get all these products. And one other product before we go back to the APL Go, just get this through your head, because this is not an inexpensive dog food. This is not the stuff you are going to get. It's called raworigins.pet. It comes in a roll like this, and it's all raw meat and vegetables mixed, and the dogs absolutely love it. Debbie uses it, and she tell you her dogs go crazy over it. And my dogs do too. In fact, I pulled one out of the freezer so I can get them on it again tomorrow. So that's raworigins.pet. You get 6 rolls for about $135.
Yeah,
6
I think
rolls of it.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. I mean, the dogs just there's no waste. It's really healthy for them. So if you want the best for your dog, try raworigins.pet. Okay.
She's looking for distributors in certain areas too.
Right.
Yeah.
So look up raworigins.pet. Find I think her name's, what is her name? Do you remember?
Maureen. What is it? I think it's Maureen.
Well, anyway, get a hold of her. I need to call her anyway. But APL Go is a sponsor of HamiltonRadio.net, and so is Immusist Advance. They both Debbie's company, and this APL Go stuff, it really works, guys. Tell them about how the technology is behind it, Debbie.
Well, it's the non ions that they use. They take the plant and they electrify it. Then they take it, they spin it down, and that's where the light comes into the plant. So that's where the Tesla technology comes in to it. And then they're coming out with a new drop. I can't say much about it yet, but it's going to be very good for everyone. And tonight's kind of a real heavy show. So this talk about what Kent talks about, happy. So the weather's been kind of depressing. So I suggest everybody take one of those morning, noon, and night right now to take and get through everything. Doc, you probably need a dozen. So
Need so many.
but like I say, and in the meantime, you got to keep your beautification up. So there you go, beauty.
Now, guys, you can tell I am so strikingly handsome and such a wonderfully beautiful male species that that the happy works. Okay, look at this. 71 years old. Look how beautiful I am.
Well, I also wanted to say about your energy, and here's something that I wanted to, we were talking about. It says your energy is guided by the people you're surrounded yourself with, the way you spend your time, the books you read, the contents you consume, the food you eat, the words you speak to yourself, the movement you take, the way you show up for yourself, the boundaries you set, and the kindness you show to others. So right now is a very, very trying time. So everybody just has to try to stay upbeat as much as possible, no matter what. I mean, down here, 7 inches of rain the other day, and it was in an hour and a half. It was just miserable, just like a lot of other people are showing that there are absolute Tennessee right now. They've basically shut that down because of freezing rain up there in Oregon right now. And the trees are all broken down and everything. I mean, it's just, it's crazy weather. And then what about the pavement that is smoking basically on fire up there in Rocky Butte, Oregon? That's a volcano ready to burst. And then the one that I just love, the crystals that are coming out of the ground,
Pushing right through that.
I mean, just coming right through, just boom. And they're bringing them out, and they're huge. And I'm like, all right. So I can't wait till that happens in Arizona, Sonoma.
What?
They say the crystals are going to come out, and they're going to be huge. I can't wait. That's going to be awesome.
That's going to be beautiful. That's going to be beautiful.
Well, I want to say prayers for the people up in North Jersey, because what they're dealing with is 2 problems. First, I've never seen this problem before, which is floods that are really unbelievable floods, but it's also freezing. So they're becoming instant lakes around them. They're not going to be able to do anything. They can't use their cars. The cars are going to be frozen in a lake. I mean, I've never seen anything like this in my life. And I've been here, almost 60 years, 62 years. It's just crazy.
Well, think how bad things have happened up there, or what has happened, or if it's HARP, or if they're cleaning something out from the ground. Who knows?
That's what they're doing, though, because there's no excuse for any of it anymore. But again, this is just what it is. It is until whatever transition we see. So,
and they're going to try a bunch of dirty tricks, don't you think, Brian?
I think it's the carrot on the stick. It's what Docg said. So right now, they're both doing it. I'll just say both sides are doing it, except for the side that we're rooting for is doing it a lot better. The only reason why I could say that is because they've already lost. Technically, they've already lost. They just, you know the rules of the villain. You can't stop till you drop. And I know that sounds like a song, So
we've got to fight back with everything we got. Now they're going to try doing the mask mandate again. Okay, this is what you need. This is not a legal or lawful instrument. Okay, this is not legal or lawful, but it is realistic. Okay, and it says exempt from mandates, vaccines, and masks. The Republic of the United States. This was created by me. This is a product I created, okay? It says at the top, Republic of the United States. Exempt from mandates, vaccines, masks. Do not detain. It's signed by me, Brian Paul McFadden, state national constitutional lawyer. This is my family crest. The official document permit number is OU812, which everybody knows that is a Van Halen album. and in
Love that.
Hebrew, you see that writing in Hebrew? That means for entertainment purposes only, and we have a place for your thumb. Okay? Get a red ink, put your thumb in the red, and put it there, and make your thumbprint there. You put this on a lanyard, and here's what I'm hearing back from people. Oh, I wear my lanyard to work, and people just look at it like, how did you get exempt? We know it's coming again, and I'm starting to see the masks around too. So get yourself 2 of these for $20, mailed to your door. And you just send me $20 by Cash App or Zelle, the same place you make your donations. 319-561-0064. Brian McFadden. All my friends, including you and my family, call me Chance. And I will get 2 of them out to you. They're ready to go. And the people who have been using them find them very effective. And the other thing is, they are official looking, aren't they? Uh-huh. I know. I did good. I did good. I mean, but here's what this is what this lanyard says. I, as a constitutional lawyer, say that you do not have to be detained. That is what I'm saying. I have the right to say that. If you want to be detained, then go right ahead. You do not. You are exempt from vaccines, mandates, and masks. Okay? That's what I'm saying in this. And it's fooling all the bad guys, everyone that's wearing it. They're hearing it. I'm hearing back. I used my lanyard today. My
Chance,
boss.
Why doesn't everybody buy one? We got to get everybody to get one of them for their family, for their kids, for their everybody. Everybody should have one.
And the funds that we make off this help keep my family going. We use it for Megan and we use it for the show, and it enables me to bring sponsors to the show. It gives me right now nobody's getting rich here, folks. Okay, we're just getting by a little bit at a time. All of us, and I love you all, and I want the best for you. So and if you listen, I'm going to tell you what, I'm kind of an entrepreneur as far as knowing what works. And this website thing that Doc's getting ready to do is just phenomenal. Jerry, yes, I'm going to read what Jerry's posted. Chance, that posting on the courthouse is to me a lawful starting point. It is a starting point. You are right. Like we are used to a complaint being filed in court, this gives the military lawful footing when they move to activate a lawful tribunal. That is absolutely true, Jerry. Oh, and speaking of Jerry, my brother from another mother in Pennsylvania, I want you to continue to give prayers to Miss Tammy, who is suffering from several different things. And we are collaborating. Jerry and I have been collaborating on different treatments for her. Not that I'm any genius or anything like that. I'm just putting into practice what I know and what he knows. And he's a very wise man. And Jerry just retired. So congratulations on your retirement, Jerry. I love you and Tammy, and you're my family, and I'm glad to have you here. And so stay warm until this cold spell breaks. I want you guys to stay warm. We can't have any more sick people. I'm so sick of hearing sick people. I just pray for them all. I pray for anybody that's sick. I pray that the healing power of God engulfs them and gives them the good health that they deserve. Oh boy, that's nice.
I've got a twist.
They're contributing. There's no dead air here.
So I've got a twist on this.
Hang on. Hey, Debbie, go ahead and say what you're going to say. I think somebody's at the door. Hang on a minute.
Okay. So I've got a twist on this posting on the courthouses and everything. Okay, think about this. It has to do with the flag, and it has possibly to do with the Postmaster General, because they say that truly who's in charge is the Postmaster General.
Right. That's right.
So everything to do with the flags. And they took that flag. What year was it? And they took that flag and they kept that flag from, it was up there in Pennsylvania, wasn't it? And after they found out that they took the flag, the two gentlemen that were smarter than anybody, they had a fit. And they didn't want anybody to know about the flag. But, that might have something to do with it. What do you think? Chance, Brian, everybody.
Well, it's a wartime flag. I know that. And
that's true.
When you have the fringes coming from it's non-military. Is that right? That's how it works, Chance?
No, it means you're under
military.
The rule of England. The fringe means you're under the rule of England.
Right.
So the scenario that I see is, okay, they post that the articles, that's a warning that they need to do something. And because we are under some type of martial law, and you can assume that they're watching the buildings, right? So if they take the warning off, wouldn't that be treason? Wouldn't that give them a right to...
Especially if the flags are still up, yes.
Then that gives them the right to go in and do what's necessary. Because it doesn't matter whether they know it or not. It gives them precedence to go in the buildings and usurp, whatever.
That's right, because the corporation does not have rights to that flag. That flag, whether it's wartime or peacetime flag, is a property of the Republic of the United States of America, which is backed by the Constitution, and you are exactly right. Dead on, Brian.
I just think from a tactical perspective, since of my previous life and memories.
I'm very passionate. I'm very passionate about this country. I want nothing but the best for all these people that are really true humans, and even the people that are jabbed. I'd fight for their rights too, because they got sold a bill of goods, and they put their trust in the wrong people. You only got to put your trust in the source, the Lord.
Yeah, but we only got the Trinity. But I was going to say the only reason why we got to this point, and it was complacency. And,
you're right.
And not ever having an equal leadership in our individual selves. And it's interesting only because so many fond memories of my previous life where we're always trained to be ready. We're always trained to have a military mentality. We're always trained to be the scout, the one that's in the back, center or right field, left field. We're trained for all positions to be universal. So, and humans aren't, thought to do that or think to do that, even from a collective standpoint. So it is very interesting. I'll give a little bit of galactic news, if that's okay, Chance. Let's see, since Kent's not here, but basically, it's kind of interesting from the Federation of Worlds and Planets standpoint, and there are problems. Okay, so if once again, what happens down here does reflect up above. So as we know, and they have been talked about, the Atorthans have been here. They have talked to many military commanders in Antarctica. They have talked. And you could probably get verifiability of some ET race that has been talking. What those plans are, I don't know. Do they reflect the higher tier authority of the kings, the creator, which is again the architect of this stage and the stage of the universe? We don't know. We honestly don't know, but I don't think so, because again, everyone has their own stage that they're playing on and observing. Even the angels and angelics, we are observing and standing by and allowing things to continue, because that's how we do it. There's a lot more questions being asked now. Why are they here? What is their role? And we're talking about the Yaels, we're talking about the Taiketans and the Irmas, and there's also almost a authoritarian confrontation, because we know it's not civil. It's almost like barking orders, because again, we don't know the structure of the Federation. Actually, I kind of do. There really isn't a structure, but they like to think there's a structure. So the Torthans, which are the tall grays from the Orion's constellation, they are wanting to board the Irma flagship. They want to do an audit. They want to board the Taiketans. They want to do an audit. They want to do it to everybody. So, but of course, there are a couple of groups that are saying you can just piss off, honestly. And that's what they're saying. They're saying, no, you're not coming on here because we don't know your intentions. You have not answered our questions. What is your purpose here? What are you here for? Are you helping? So there is a very dynamic, it's subtle, but it is going to escalate, because we don't know what the heck is going on, even from a higher level. Those that represent us down here and we represent them up there, we want to know, because it doesn't add up. Again, nothing is making any sense from any humane, logical standpoint. That's pretty much it on the news of your intergalactic shenanigans. So it's subtle, but there's a lot of attention being directed. But again, we're like, who are you and who's working with you? And I would also like to let whoever on the other Federation ships to make sure to stop interfering with communications from those that want to talk to their families or tribe members down here on planet Earth that are a part of the Taiketan family or part of the Irma family. You need to stop. You need to stop sabotaging the human connections on your primary ships, because you will get caught and you will be reprimanded. See? It's not perfect. They got problems too.
I get it. I get it. Hey, listen, I got it. Roy says that's Russell J. Gould stuff, and David Wynn Miller teaching is very good stuff. Russell J. Gould is going to be kind of disappointed in everything, because everything that he is teaching, is there anybody familiar with him?
No, I'm not.
Okay, do your research on Russell J. Gould. He's a very intelligent man, and he knows how to negotiate the Corporation of the United States very well. He talks about the postmasters and everything else. He's a very intelligent man, but when this switch gets flipped, Russell J. Gould's going to be out of business. All he'll be then is a historian. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I told him on the phone one time that the corporation was bankrupt, and we're not going to be in it forever. And he couldn't understand it. He couldn't understand it. And anyway, that's that. What I want to know is if anybody has any questions, please call into the show and let us know. Because you got any questions, or they can text us too. But we're live tonight on HBO, Rumble, TikTok, Facebook, on Hamilton Radio Family page. Okay, so listen to me on this.
YouTube too.
You're on. Can you put the link over on the other side, Doc, for the YouTube?
Sure.
Because everybody's saying they can't find us. They can't find us, and they want to see the video. They don't want to just listen to HamiltonRadio.net, which is, by the way, is a rockin' station.
No, it's your show's on right now. Your show's been on there all since we started.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is say, "Hey Alexa, I want to hear Hamilton Radio Oldies," and it comes right up. "Hey Google, I want to hear Hamilton Radio Oldies." It comes right up. So even if they can't visually watch it, they can hear it.
Right. And if you can't find me, then send me an email to chancemusic@yahoo.com. All the replays, you can listen to the show again tonight right away. Just go to YouTube, look for Hamilton Radio 1, and it'll come up. That page on YouTube will come up, and just look for tonight's show. It's that easy. But I will put it out. It's YouTube at youtube.com /@ Iron Horse Films LLC. That's youtube.com / Iron Horse Films LLC.
And also this one.
And also on YouTube at Hamilton Radio 1. youtube.com / Hamilton Radio 1. Okay, it's easy on YouTube. It's easy to find it. So please pass that along. If you're watching the replay, just write it down, and because I have on a good day, I have 150 phone calls. On a bad day, I have 250. And sometimes, I'm not kidding. And sometimes I just have to shut the phone off and let it recharge, and don't let me recharge. Okay. But you guys have been a great crowd tonight. Please like and share the show, and any donations that you would like to make to the show, you send to 319-561-0064, Cash App or Zelle. Okay. And if you want a trust, call me at 319-561-0064. That's a revocable or irrevocable trust before the recreational vehicle happens. Okay. So email me at chancemusic@yahoo.com. It is not cheap, but it is a quality trust. I have one. Fascinating Brian has one. Doc, you have one, don't you?
I have one, but I couldn't do anything with it yet.
Okay, well, it's all right, because I'll walk you through it.
Yeah,
we'll be talking.
I haven't done anything with it yet.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it for you. And you get $1,000 discount on buying both trusts, and I do recommend both trusts. And you have to use the code ChanceChat1515. That's ChanceChat1515 when talking to Anna or Ray. Okay. And good. I'm glad you found us, Roy. It's always a pleasure to see the face of the person that's making a comment. It makes it more personal for me. So the next time I run into you on the street, Roy Be the Man, I'll say, that's Roy Be the Man. He's part of the family. I like this kind of stuff. There was a contact or something came up about Tressie.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to put that back up. But I just got to say, me and Roy go back a long time because I was friends with Roy when he was friends with, I think, Muggsy and also my good friend, Scott. I can't think of his last name because of my memory. But Scott, he was doing he was a lawyer in Washington State, and I was helping him do a show on foreclosures. And we were going through all that. So Roy was friends with me back then. I just wanted to say that. Right? I'll put the Tressie.
Tressie Trek says the blessing may be this month for humanitarians. Is this true? Yes, Joanna. Hi, Joanna. I know you. We chat once in a while. Yes. So far, we're hearing it is very, very soon. I can't give rates and I can't give dates. But one other thing I want to put into everybody's head tonight. If you don't have a wise.com account, you're missing out on another opportunity of the recreational vehicle. Okay.
It's not a bank.
Pardon me?
I said it's not a bank. We can't stress that.
It's not a bank. It is a holding. Yes, that is true. It is a holding company. That's why their fees to transfer currency is so low. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's so pretty, isn't she? Anyway,
Chancy Poo.
believe it or not, I've been called that a lot. I don't know why. That's embarrassing. Oh my god.
Just change that to your name on the show.
Yeah. I'm just changing to chancypoo.com, Just go to chancypoo.com because I am that cute, okay? And Roy to Beat a Man says, my wife and I both have one is going to be an instant exchange center as soon as things change. I love it. You are right. That's why I talked to my friend Jennifer in Indiana today. She got her Wise account. She's got $50 in it. And I said, okay, and you got your debit card, right? Right. She says, now how do I put my Venezuela Boulevard Digitalis in there? I said, you don't. I said, have you converted your US dollars into Vietnamese dong? No. She says, I don't know how to do it. And I said, okay, yeah, I know.
Research.
I know. Okay, research. Well, it's a little difficult if you've never done it before. So what I did with her is she got on Messenger, and I had her put her phone on the computer, and I told her where to click and how to do it. And she's the proud holder of 1.4 million dong. Okay, and when that happens, she's not even going to need a phone call because we know what it's going to go to. Okay, that's why I'm holding a lot of dong. Oh, that didn't sound good. Well, it could sound good depending on who you are.
It's funny though. You gotta admit.
Just click on the flag. Just click on the flag. That's what they have to do.
Just click on the flag, and then you can convert it all over. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah. Why do certain things just puke out of my mouth? I don't get it.
I'm sure they don't have a problem with saying dong all the time.
Just as long as they don't say doodly do or whatchamacallit, huh?
As long as you don't add that at the beginning when you're dealing with dong, I think you're fine.
Oh gosh. Thank you.
If you're in, there, with the currency in your hand, you'd be like, what do I do with this diddly do dong thingy? doing around in your hand, they're going to look at you and think, please just go back to your country. Please.
Hey guys, this is the time of the evening where I've got to ask everybody for their final thoughts. Brian, fascinating Brian, have you got any final thoughts about today, tonight, or tomorrow?
Okay, my final thoughts is this. Please be aware of what you're projecting into your next now moment, right? For a 4D, I'm going to be very clear about this. A fourth dimensional mindset is you want the highest vibrational outcome, right? You want to look at the med bed, say, hey, the med beds is going to fix this. It's going to help recalibrate, and then I can add the APL Go, MUSYS, great. There are certain beings that have ideas that are like, no, we don't want these. We want transhumanism. We want to see how the humans play with that. That is a lower fourth dimensional point of view to where it's just augmentation, borderline cyborg implants. It's transhumanism. They would really like to see this planet adopt that principle. Don't consent to it. Say, I'm tired of the crap. I want organic, and just vibrate high and take that to the next level when you want to live that idea in that now moment. That's it.
Thank you, Brian. That's a good philosophy. Roy Beat-A-Man says, from this point on, it's only going to get better and better each day. That I promise. Yes, it will. As long as you keep your positive energy up and keep saying positive affirmations. And remember, your words can turn into actions and energy. So only say nice things, happy thoughts, happy. Debbie Stevens, the APL Go lady, do you have any final thoughts for tonight?
Well, what you manifest, you think happy, positive, and it will happen. Manifest. So just do your meditation when you have a chance. Listen to very good music and the right hertz, and do the best you can. Just keep in there and take your happy. Happy. And Don and Kent would say, keep her happy.
Happy wife, happy life is what Kent Dunn has to say.
Yep, that's right.
Doc G, what do you got for final thoughts tonight?
Well, I got two things. First of all, I want to comment about the happy because a lot of things haven't been happy around our areas with immigrants coming in and stuff like that. But let me just say this. Friends of mine that work in the military and different agencies of the government say this is a good thing for one reason. Chance, you mentioned it earlier. They can start closing down federal government buildings because of terrorist threats that are not happening, but they can make believe they're happening. So they can get everybody off the street. They can do curfews. So there's a lot of good things with that happening. However, it doesn't look like it from our perspective. The other thing is, did you see what's going on in Texas right now? Texas is going against the government for allowing them to open the borders and have people come right in. So Texas is standing up. Great for Texas. Thank you, Texas, for being the state that stands up while we got our stupid governor here in New Jersey talking about having EV cars when they're all freezing everywhere. Batteries are dying. Car charging stations aren't working. Car repairs are off the chart with fixing the battery, getting the labor, having it towed, this and all that. This is just crazy. So if you can see through the crazy and be more happier, like Debbie says, let's all do that. So I wish everybody a better day tomorrow. And thank you, Chance, for this chance to be on your show.
Oh, well, it's all you, Doc, man. It wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Hamilton Radio. By the way, when I'm in my shop working, I turn the laptop on and I play HamiltonRadio.net. And the reason I do that is, man, the variety of music that comes across that station is just so fantastic. And I mean, you don't know what they're going to play next, but it's all good. And I particularly do not care for house music or hip hop or rap, and I think Gene selection of music reflects my desires. So thank you, Gene.
It's not just you though. It's all people worldwide request the songs, and it's not they make the station. I'm just the person that's the middleman that does it. That's all.
I write the songs that make the whole world sing.
Pretty much.
Well, my final thoughts for tonight is, let's go, Brandon, and let's go, DT, because we're ready. Okay, we're all ready. We're tired. We need relief. We need a facelift. We need we need love. We need energy, and I hope we've been able to give you some hope, love, and energy. Brother Kent Dunn, you're welcome back anytime you want to come back. This is your show as much as it is ours. And please, I know you're busy. But please think about coming back. We love you and Dawn, and we hope to hear from you soon. And keep up the good work, because you're doing some fantastic stuff. Carlos and Kent are going to have a video, a Zoom. It's a paid Zoom call. I think it's $30 to participate. And I will tell you that I think there's going to be some fantastic stuff on there. So look into it. If you've got Don's email, it's quantumproducts333@gmail.com. And they've also got Shilajit for sale and a few of the copper glasses. But get a hold of Don at quantumproducts333@gmail.com. And I'm going to see you guys all next week. And I hope I'm in a better financial place this time next week than I am today. I thank you very much. I'm very grateful and appreciative for your support and your donations for me, the house, Megan, and the show. Okay? So take care.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I love this song, by the way. Musically, it's just genius. It's a short version. Y'all come back now. Here?